trying to educate a population without exposing them to the arts and to culture and to a variety of perspectives, both on our own history and on people from all over the world. We're impoverishing ourselves as a people if we don't protect access to that kind of education. I want to talk a little bit about the relationship between poetic language and the actual political situation in Cuba and what I see as the strengths of poetic language versus the weaknesses of political discourse. What I found in the work of several poets who have been vilified by the regime as dissidents or traitors was a kind of clarity about existential questions, what it means to be Cuban, what Cuba means to the world, what Cubans might aspire to want for their country and for themselves. And I don't find that in journalistic accounts. I don't find that in political discourse. I don't necessarily find it very often in scholarly work either. I don't think all art is about knowledge production. Artworks whose purpose is really not to educate in any way, and I don't necessarily think that's bad, I just think it's different. On the other hand, I do think that there are artworks that have shown things to humanity. Art can make you reflect on society, social realities, political problems, inequalities that you might not otherwise have thought of.